Hey folks, Ryan Rock here, coming to you from my home in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and from RyanRock.com. Today I want to share with you, today's video is about how to structure your social media posts, your Facebook posts, so that people connect with you, so that people that have a desire, a need, desire, want in what you have, whether it's products, service, opportunity, will reach out to you. So you can turn your cold market into warm market, right? So that as you're adding friends, they can really kind of connect and see that you are somebody that they would want to buy from or would want to join. So today's video is about how to structure posts. So just as a heads up, I did this training live inside my Network Marketers on Fire Facebook group. If you are not in that group yet, I would highly suggest joining. I will put a link right down below to the group, so jump in there. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button if you get some value out of this training, and subscribe and leave me a comment below, please, if this was valuable, if it helped, if there's something specific you want me to cover in one of the future videos. I appreciate all that, just so that I know. Okay, so thanks. Watch the video here coming up, and I'll see you on the other side once it's done. There's a couple different ways, there's a couple different things that you can think about when it comes to how to structure posts that are really going to get your audience, the people viewing your page to connect. So I'm really going to kind of give you, for sure, two different methods, as well as kind of the elements. So one is called problem, agitate, solve. I just label it as PAS. So I'm just going to go PAS, problem, agitate, solve. And that glare is really bad right there. Okay, problem, agitate, solve. The second one, I don't really have a term for it. Well, let's just dig in on that first. So problem. So what's the problem that somebody's experiencing? What's the problem your post is going to address? So especially if this is like educational, right? This is more of an educational type post. And so is the next strategy I'll give you, and then we'll get into the story post. But when you're educating, what's the problem? And then you agitate the problem, and then you solve it. And the other strategy is really kind of similar. I think you'll kind of see the similarities. But so what's the problem that we're addressing? And I should have, let's see here. So I wanted to give give an example here of somebody that I've been chatting with, and I know she had a 10 o'clock call because she reached out to me. But so what's the problem? So let's just talk about, and again, if somebody else is on here and they want me to use an example, we can definitely do that. But what's the problem? The problem that somebody was reaching out to me about was they're trying to figure out how to post and how to talk about, like everybody right now is using cleaning products that have bad stuff in them. That's not my specialty. So, Clorox and whatever, and they're using them all over the house. And actually there's stuff inside those products that are bad, right? She's saying, I've got a product that is good. So what do I post? What do I say? What do I do so that I can get people to realize what they're doing and that I've got a solution? So what's the problem? The problem is they're using products that are bad. So you could, and anytime you can start off a post with a question, that would be ideal. So you could start off, we're gonna get to the problem with a question first. So question, do you realize that the products that you're using, that most people are using to disinfect and clean their house, are bad for your health and can cause cancer? Maybe you don't want to say that, but you see where I'm going? So that's the problem, and we're stating it in a question. Do you realize that X is bad? Do you experience X, right? So we're calling out the problem, so we get people to really connect. And if you ask it in a question, then all of a sudden they're going, yeah, oh, I didn't know that, and it kind of hooks their mind into continuing to read. So problem, and then we're going to agitate the problem, right? So if you're using these products that have all these bad things in them every day, it can do whatever, right? So now we're going to agitate the problem that we've identified that we're talking about, right? So let me see if I can come up with another example. I don't have one off the top of my head. So again, if you're watching this and you're live with me and you want me to come up with, you want me to give another example, comment below and I'll come up with something else. But problem is, people are using disinfectants that are bad, agitate the problem. The problem that causes is it can cause you to be sick. It can cause whatever. It can do whatever. Again, not my specialty. So what's the problem? Agitate the problem, then you let people know you've got a solution. That is one way to structure. Another way, and this is what I do, I actually list stuff out. So make a list of the mistakes or problems that people are making, and then the pain of when somebody makes that mistake, the pain that causes, right? And then the pleasure. So this would go, I kind of came up with something here. So to be mistake, pain, pleasure, and this is the key for when you're giving value, but maybe you feel like you're giving too much value. You're giving away the farm. I think we talked about that a little bit the other day, and I had somebody else asking about it. So the mistake, the pain, the pleasure when they fix the pain, and then the fourth one is what, but not how. Okay? So what they need to do, but not necessarily totally how they do it, because that's how you get people coming to you for the help, right? So, if we go back to problem, agitate, solve, it's still the mistakes, the problem, right? You're agitating, well, that's the pain. And then the pleasure is really just the solution, right? And then what, not how. So let me see if I can think of a what, not how example. Well, let's look at it like this. The mistake people are making, a mistake that people are making, I'll put it in my own terms. A mistake people are making is they're trying to duplicate an upline leader that's got an amazing personality, or they're a doctor, or they're a whatever, and it's just hard to duplicate them, right? Because they have a unique quality, a unique personality, like I said, or credibility type thing. So they're trying to duplicate somebody who's not really duplicatable. That's a problem. That's going to cause them to not be able to recruit. It's going to cause them to not be able to duplicate if they are able to recruit. It's going to cause their team to not be able to do anything. See how I identified the problem, and now I'm going into pain. The pain is if you're making the mistake of trying to duplicate somebody that's not duplicatable, okay, there's the mistake. The pain is you're going to struggle to recruit, or maybe you get some people in, but then they're not going to do anything. They're going to struggle to recruit because everybody's trying to duplicate somebody who's not duplicatable, right? Get it? The pleasure is, or the solution is, you leverage systems, you leverage automation, you leverage tools so that you can point people to that stuff and it duplicates, right? Because now you're not relying on somebody's personality, you're relying on tools and systems that anybody can use. So tools and systems are duplicatable, right? Because you're just plugging them into it versus trying to be and do and whatever, trying to do whatever, like somebody that's not duplicatable, right? So they have that unique qualities. So mistake, pain, pleasure, what, not how. What do you need to do? You need to systematize. You need to leverage tools. Hey, Linda, tools and systems and all that kind of stuff, so that you're not reliant on somebody's personality. That's what, but not how, right? I'm not telling you exactly how to implement systems. I'm just telling you that systems and that stuff is the solution. Does that make sense? If we go back to the detox, not detox, the sanitization stuff, right? Problem is people are using stuff that's actually bad for them. The pain, when we agitate that problem is, and I wish she was on, but I know she couldn't be on. When you agitate that problem, if you use all these disinfectants and stuff that are bad, that have all these bad ingredients and whatever, then it can cause whatever, it can make you sick, right? Instead of protecting you. It can break down your immune system. I'm totally guessing here. Solution is you need to use stuff that does not have that. And then if you put a call to action, right? Call to action, CTA. So the solution is you need to use an all-natural, detoxing, or not detoxing, an all-natural disinfectant. And if you aren't sure, if you'd like my list of the top 3 all-natural disinfectants, message me or comment below. See, now we're doing a call to action to get them to reach out. So we're providing a solution of, I've got a top list. We're not saying I've got a product that I'm going to sell you, right? But we're letting them know that we have something for them that can help them. So that is the solution, and that is the what, but not how. What is, I've got a list of things, but we're not telling them exactly what it is, right? So that's how you'll get people to reach out to you. Okay, so that is really the educate, the empower type side of things. And then we get into the story post. So a story, man, that marker's just not good. Could be that I'm using my old whiteboard because my other whiteboard's got stuff all over. Okay, so a story post, can you guys see that? Story post really has a couple different levels of structure too. So, and a lot of times you'll see, if you really read ads, you'll see some of the structure. So a lot of times it starts off with the background. Okay, so you'll start off with background, and sometimes it'll be like, well, I did a post kind of like this the other day in this group where it said, I remember when. Okay, it's hooking the brain a little bit, and it is, and it's starting a story, and you kind of go, oh, well, we got a story coming here, and people like stories, right? So I change that. Okay, so background, right? Then the problem, and then we go solution, and then you can go future outlook. Okay. So we're still going problem solution, right? Just it's all kind of the same. But now you're just doing it in more of a story from your experience, right? So again, and you should, typically you don't have to always, but a lot of times you want to have that call to action. You'll still do a call to action here. Sometimes, not always. You don't have to do it always. But people will read that and connect with you, okay? So problem, agitate, solve, mistake, pain, pleasure, what but not how, okay? And then a story post. Background, problem, solution, future. Call to actions, sometimes, not always. People will know, right? You don't have to always say, and Facebook actually doesn't like it a lot, especially not in an ad. If you want to run an ad, if you're saying comment below for more info, they don't like that at all when it comes to paid ads. But you can do it more just on organic posts. But these are the structures. This is how you need to structure posts that people are going to connect to you, that people are going to resonate with you. This is the type of stuff here that is going to get people reaching out to you. And, or when people like and comment, you can then reach out to them based off of how they've, interacted with these kind of posts, because it really kind of lets you know that they're interested, or they found, they were interested in what you were saying there, right? So that is how to structure Facebook posts, and really social media posts, anything, so that you can get people connecting to you, so you can get people reaching out to you, so you can take people that were cold market and really kind of warm them up so they can become warm markets. So you can start converting, stuff, so that if you're adding friends and they start seeing this stuff on your page, then they'll start, connecting with you and resonating with you and warming up, because it's not easy to turn cold market into enrollments immediately. I mean, it takes some time. So when they can see this kind of stuff, then they'll warm up faster, and they'll realize that you're somebody they like, especially if you're doing the types of posts that we were talking about yesterday, that are showing your personality. Then you mix this kind of strategy inside your posts, and it's gold. So that is all for today. Okay, there we go. I hope that was helpful. And again, thanks for watching. Make sure, if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, if this video was helpful, make sure you like it. Comment below for me. Share, tell me something. Did you like the video? Was it beneficial? Other questions? Is there something more specific that you would like me to cover in a future video? Make sure you do that below. And join the Network Marketers on Fire Facebook group if you haven't yet. So make sure you do that. I'll put the link down below. Thanks again for watching. I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.